Ambassador, this is Xu Deji with China Central Television. There are a lot of speculations on, the communication device explosions. Can you confirm whether Israel is behind this or not?
Yeah,
We
exactly.
are not commenting on the specific attacks you mentioned, but I can tell you that we will do everything we can to target those terrorists, to minimize casualties to civilians, but we prefer the diplomatic way.
So that's kind of like a yes.
I don't have a question. I have to say, my name is Samar Nader from Lebanon. Congratulations for today for killing Israel, and congratulations for killing 5 kids added to the 10,000 kids of Gaza. Thank you.
I will send you a message to the people of Lebanon. The people of Lebanon should speak up today against Hezbollah, because Hezbollah is hijacking the people of Lebanon, dragging them into escalation. And I think, even though it's hard for you maybe to say it here, what you really think about Hezbollah. I know it's hard for many Lebanese, but I call them to speak up and try to do whatever they can to avoid the escalation.
So that's like a definite yes, right? Okay, let's see what Professor Shen from China has to say about this.
说实话,
I've been studying international relationship and politics for decades, and I am shocked by this pager attack in Lebanon. This is not something a normal country would do. This is way past the moral red line of international norm. What we are looking at here is a commercial electronic device, the pager, being modified into a military-style mini grenade. Even though the operation is targeted towards members of Hezbollah, but the action is equivalent to igniting several cluster bombs on top of a market populated with Hezbollah members and their family members and other innocent civilians. Yes, you will damage if not kill many Hezbollah members, but you will also wound many innocent as well. The psychological effect of this operation is similar to the earliest Batman movie, one that was filmed back in 1989, in which the Joker in the movie randomly poisoned beauty hygiene products to create chaos in Gotham cities. This is not even using the pager to collect intel, and when discovered, ignite the battery to destroy the evidence. No, this can be considered a mass terrorist operation. It's like putting poison in bottled water and then exporting them to your enemy's city. Expect your enemy soldiers to drink it. If other innocent drinks them, oh well, sucks to be them. This destroys the basic trust of a society. What's next? Computer, tablet, cell phone, everything can be rigged with bombs. And food, drinks can be poisoned as well. Well, I guess most people assume that the Israeli did it. I mean, who else would do such a thing? Well, when I'm making this video, Israel is currently launching a strike against Lebanon. So I guess that also confirmed that they conducted this operation for sure. Let's continue and see what Professor has to say here. There are only 2 possibilities that this mass planting of bombs into an electronic device can happen. The bomb was installed when it was manufactured back in Taiwan. Maybe a joint operation between Taiwanese and Israeli government. The second possibility is that the middleman, the distributor, ran its own assembly line and modified the device. Yes, in China, we consider Jewish people the smartest and the most cunning group of people on this planet. And to modify this pager device into a bomb and activate it in mass volume, this is truly evil. And have the gut to actually go through with an operation like this is truly shocking. But I also consider this operation to be stupid and reckless, because the designer and the executor ignore the consequence of their action. They think that they can hide behind the United States and get away with everything. The operation Israel and the United States launched against Iran's nuclear enrichment facility to stop Iran from acquiring nuclear weapons. That operation might consider to be within the rules of engagement. This pager bombing, however, this is unacceptable. The United States know this as well because they swapped out the hospital device before the operation was executed. So the United States and Israel and the Taiwan government all stay relatively quiet at the moment. How do we trust products coming out of these regions in the future? This has deeply impacted the trust in global supply chain. You know what? China today understands why EV vehicles or Huawei cell phones and network device, why US consider these to be US national security issue. Because you are already rigging your devices and think that Chinese are as evil, as immoral as you are. The problem is no longer about whether it is technically possible to turn a cell phone, a pager, or an electric vehicle into a bomb. It is easy with today's technology. But the problem is who will be so immoral to cross over that red line. And today, Israel, with the backing of the United States, shown the world that they are willing to cross that line. This is a dangerous psychological barrier to cross. How would Chinese government assure Chinese consumer that there's no rigging when we buy Israel and US products in the future? Do we have to inspect their products and have them pay for the additional cost for the inspection? I think from today onward, all US and Israel imports to any countries around the world should be inspected for rigging. I mean, this is not demonization of US and Israel suppliers to set up obstacles and compete unfairly. But they have proven themselves to be willing to do something so outrageous, inappropriate, that really put a dent in their humanity. I mean, Chinese government can wait until 5,000 Apple cell phones blow up in China to set up its security. Consider how US now is considering China to be the biggest rival. It must be willing to do anything. And finally, to all the Chinese people, now you know why we need our own product and supply chain, our own communication system and banking system and so on. It's no longer just about whether we should have a Chinese CPU or a US-made CPU in your cell phone. It's about foreign entities like US and Israel who are willing to weaponize that against you when they see fit. It's no longer about if you prefer a faster cell phone. It's about whether that cell phone will blow your head off or not. Yes, maybe some Chinese products are still behind US products in certain sectors, medical device, computer chips, and so on. And people often ask, will Chinese ever catch up with the US products in performance and standards? Well, you know what? We can't tell the world we won't make products that explode intentionally. Maybe that should be a new standard of the world. Finally, this chain of events have shown us that what Chinese believe. Peace, safety, stability, and prosperity, all these elements of a great society, is actually in rare supply around this planet. And many Chinese took it for granted today. At the end, I believe China should take the lead to promote peace, growth, and stability around the world. Now, this is not just from Professor Shen. Every geopolitical commentator in China was shocked and considered this to be far beyond acceptable. Now, watch what the Chinese representative in UN said.
在街头玩耍的孩子失去眼睛。
Children lost their eyes while playing on the street. Mother lost her limbs while shopping in a mall. Doctors suffer severe injury while driving to a hospital. This is horror and cruelty beyond imagination. Using portable device to launch massive attack towards civilian targets, creating fear. This is serious violation to sovereignty and security of a UN recognized state. Let me quickly show you guys what Professor Jin said here as well.
今天这个事情呢，性质特别恶劣啊。
This is pure terrorist act, extremely horrifying. Even Israel don't claim responsibility. It is very likely conducted by Israelis. Israel, backed by the US, has no red line, no bottom line to their action. From now on, using any Western-made products need to be careful. This time is a pager. What will be next time? A cell phone? A computer? I mean, this is not igniting battery. There's a pre-installed explosive in it. How can we ever trust Israel, US, or Western products in general from now on? Now, let me give you guys my own take on this. First, regarding to the operation, I don't think the Taiwan manufacturer of this pager knew about this operation, that they installed the explosive in Taiwan factory. It's unlikely. This is because it is not difficult to run a separate operation in a facility, let's say in Israel, and then repackage the products and deliver them to Hezbollah agents. A few thousand pagers is not a difficult task. You just need to hire a dozen workers and you can do it in a few days, if not week. To do it in Taiwan, it exposed the secrecy of the operation and it will be much more difficult to cover up. And imagine the damage to the brand of the product. And if you are the owner of this company, how much would Israel or Mossad have to pay you to basically destroy your own brand? Better wolf, the entire company. And I will say I agree with Professor Shen and many Chinese commentators here on this particular event. It's not a super difficult operation to pull off. It is the immoralness, the unethical, the perversiveness of this operation that really hits hard. I read news coming out from other Islamic states today, like Turkey, in which people are worried that there might be other products that have been rigged with bombs and God knows what. But I have to say, what Israel today is doing in the Middle East is going to bring apocalyptic consequence to Israel. And I hope Israel can find an alternative path forward before it's too late. However, that being said though, I am a bit pessimistic about the situation, and I think these kind of things will happen more often in the coming months and years. I will see you guys in the next video.